Hi everyone. I had a great question from Samantha, and she asked me, how do I set high expectations in the classroom? And this is a great question, and this can be done whether you're in a classroom setting or just at home, if you're homeschooling a child or if you're tutoring a child. There are three things you want to make sure you have in place to make sure you have high academic expectations. The first one is, do not give children the opportunity to opt out. What that means is if you're asking a question, they need to be able to answer you. And if they don't know the answer and you go to somebody else to provide it, then you still go back to them and ask them to restate what the answer is. That way they're never able to just say, I don't know, and sit back and let somebody else answer. They have to be able, if they don't know, that's fine, but they have to be able to listen and restate. So always make sure if a child doesn't know the answer to a question and you go somewhere else to get it, that you always come back to that child and have them restate what the answer was. The second thing is to have children expand on their thinking. And what this means is if you are asking students questions and they give you an answer, expand their thought process by asking them like a how question or a why. Think of the Bloom's taxonomy. I'm including a link down here of all some question stems that you can use from Bloom's to expand that thinking. Have them increase their vocabulary. So maybe instead of using one kind of word, maybe you could say, what other word could you use in place of that vocabulary word to up their vocabulary usage? So any way that you're asking them to expand is going to help them setting those high academic expectations. And then the third tip for doing that is to have them think about the way that they're answering. So what that means is when they're answering your question, make sure they're grammatically correct and they're using complete sentences. So many times when I was in the classroom, especially in the younger grades, but I also experienced in the older grades, fifth graders, when I ask a question, they never use a complete sentence to speak. They give a couple word answers. You want to change that. Set the expectation that they need to use complete sentences when they're speaking, and the grammar needs to be correct. A great way to do this is giving them sentence frames. So if you're asking them to make a prediction, you can write on the board, I predict that, so they have a frame to use when starting out. So these are just some 3 tips you can use to help set higher expectations in your classroom. And thanks, Samantha. I hope this helps. Remember, if you have questions, please ask me either over on Facebook or you can email me on the howtobeasuccessfulteacher.com contact page. I look forward to your questions. Have a great day.